So we are TG11 Group 6, and today we're going to present our strategy for Indofood for 2019. So to start off first, we'll be looking at the business value chain for Indofood, and we recognize that they have 6 key activities, mainly from producing, manufacturing and distributing dairy products to beverages. And they have 2 distinct pipelines, which is to retail stores such as supermarkets or directly to consumers. And they actually distribute their products worldwide. So the one major analysis that we have identified is the operating segment analysis by their profits and capital expenditure. So there are 3 main segments that we identified. Mainly is the noodles, that is the noodle segment, which actually is one of the most significant segments that they have in terms of profit and revenue. We also recognize that there is a significant negative profits from the snack and the beverage segment. And these are the 3 segments we will be looking deeper into in our strategy report. So this is what we have done is we have done a SWOT analysis, and we identified that Indofood actually has several existing strengths, such as their strong brand name and also their strong distribution. And we also identified several opportunities for the near future, such as higher economic growth for the Indonesian population and also higher health awareness from the consumers.
Our first strategy is to enter the health-conscious market segment with our new product Indofood. According to the World Instant Noodle Association, the demand for instant noodles has dropped by 14% over the past 4 years. The middle income group in Indonesia is expanding, and this reduces the market for traditional instant noodles as the growing middle class is pursuing a healthier diet. As such, Indofood's aim should be to bring back customers that move away from instant noodles. In a study, 75% of urban Indonesians are aiming to eat healthier and are willing to pay more for quality food. To capture this growing segment, Indofood can introduce a healthy line of instant noodles named Indofood. Currently, there are no fried instant noodles produced by Indofood in the domestic market. As such, Indofood can introduce sun or air-dried instant noodles. As opposed to common instant noodle soup, which has high level of sodium and MSG, the noodles can be served dry and tossed with a variety of rich Indonesian savory sauces. In addition, the Indonesian sauces can be tailored that it contains the nutrients and individual needs in the meal. With the nutritional aspect taken into consideration, Indofood can market its noodles as nutritionally complete instant noodles. Currently, there are other domestic players in the market such as Lemonilo that are offering healthy instant noodles. However, as Indofood is a highly reputed brand that holds more than 70% market share, and the product Indofood is an innovative product that does not exist in the current domestic market, the new product has great potential to generate high sales. Apart from supermarkets and convenience stores, Indofood can be sold in vending machines situated in gyms, offices, and residential buildings. This strategy can generate the above revenue.
Next, in light of the slowing FMCG goods and the increasing competition in the market, we will look to reduce the over-independence on the noodle segment by improving the other loss-making segments such as the snack industry. So despite them being one of the top drivers in the industry, the snacks division actually reported a loss of negative 15 million in 2017. As such, we hope to improve on their current strategy of selling a wide range of products to generate more interest. So an opportunity that we'll be looking into is the rapid growth of the tourism sector in Indonesia, and the government actually aims to reach 20 million tourists by 2019. This offers us a great opportunity and a great market for us to enter into. As such, we want to introduce a new limited edition Indo cuisine flavored snacks with localized flavors such as soto rendang and satay to improve on our current product mix. So how are we going to do it? We are going to work on popular local flavors, and we are going to use our R&D strengths to make these into flavored chips. In partnership with the Ministry of Tourism in Indonesia, we'll work along with their tagline of Wonderful Indonesia to come up with a common marketing message of a wonderful taste to market it into the tourist industry. The distribution channels that we have considered are the top distribution channels for snacks in 2017, such as hypermarkets, supermarkets, and convenience stores. Indofood will be able to leverage on their parent companies' convenience stores such as Indomaret, which has a wide reach around Indonesia and all over the world. So the potential market that we are looking at is the whole Indonesian savory snacks market, and we are also going to target the serviceable available market, which is the inbound tourists that we estimate to be about 17 million in 2018. As such, we estimated 5% of this market, and with an average spending of IDR 30K per customer, we are looking to generate 25.5 thousand million IDR from this revenue stream. This would allow Indofood to not only be able to generate more revenue to mitigate their current high operating expenses, but also allow local customers to be able to have a stronger brand identity through the localized flavors.
In our third strategy, we are looking at how to expand the market share in terms of using the healthy beverage segment with introduction of the Indofood matcha tea. What we know now is currently the performance for the beverage division are not doing well. It actually have a negative operation profit before tax, as shown here is about 330 million. Although Indofood itself has a wide range of products in the beverage segment, most of them are all the ready to drink type. It's covered from coffee and tea, all the kind of packaged drink, and also the fruit flavored drinks. This poor performance is actually also contributed mainly by Asahi decision to exit the non-alcoholic beverage. Now we look at the potential in this beverage industry. Indonesia itself is considered a fast-growing economy, and together itself it has a household consumer up to 5.08% increase. This is also because the consumer are now more health conscious. Mainly we are looking at the city level, they are now doing more exercises and also demanding for healthy food and drinks. Now we talk about the products. The matcha tea itself actually originated from the green tea that is produced in Japan. Why do we introduce matcha tea? Is actually it can give products, it can provide a lot of benefit to the consumer. This in the long run of consuming the matcha tea, it actually has improved the type of cancers, the health disease, liver disease, and also for obesity, it can help to reduce weight and therefore also reduce the risk of heart attack. Now we talk about the source of supplier. We have sourced from two countries, mainly is from Japan and China. However, we strongly recommend to take the supplier from Japan because matcha tea itself is actually originated from Japan country. We look at the market growth. In terms of market growth for matcha tea, globally it has a worth of about USD 5.07 billion. And with this, it actually has a growth rate of 7.6% by 2025. However, while we are looking at the local domestic market in Indonesia, the tea consumption in Indonesia is actually hit the highest record of 63.24%. We're looking at our targeted market. Our targeted market itself in Indonesia actually has a very large population. Currently now have 235 million. And we are looking at a median income size, which cover about 45 million, which is equivalent to 18% of the population. While we are looking at it, we notice that of the median income population, we have about 13.7 million households with actually an annual disposable income of more than USD 10,000, which what we converted is about idea 11,000 in terms of monthly income. So with this, our targeted revenue, we are looking at to capture the 5% of the 13.7 million, which is about 685,000 consumers. With this, we'll price our matcha tea at a price of 82,000 each. This will give us an additional revenue stream from the new product line of about idea 56,170 million. Of this, we are looking at our funding now. Currently, Indofood has a very strong financial background. Okay, in terms of the cash and cash equivalent as stated by end of September 2018. However, we intend to invest 10% of this amount, which is about 560 million. Of the fund allocated, we are looking at 30% will be covered on the advertising cost, which this one will give us a very good benefit. And also the other 30% will be investing on R&D on the packaging. Other than that, we have 20% each on the free matcha tea products for consumers to try, and also another 20% to sponsorship for some charity event.
So to conclude our strategy presentation, we're going to look at the projected timeline for implementation in 2019. So to start off, during January to March, we are looking at how we can actually cut down the non-value adding activities for the beverages and marketing segments. And we'll be looking at how we can form an R&D team that will be able to plan, research, develop, monitor, and also oversee the completion of the product lines that my colleague has just mentioned. And then in the next 3 months, we'll be looking at how we can prepare for the product launch of the 3 product lines. So things like we're going to do food testing, completing the design for the product packaging, and also gaining the approval and certification from the respected regulators, and also to start the collaboration with the Tourist Board in Indonesia. And then the next 3 months, we'll be looking at the product launch of the regional flavored chips with the launch date targeted at the Independence Day. We will be collaborating with the Tourism Board to be able to showcase online and TV advertisements for it. And then the next few months, we'll be looking at the product launch for the healthy food segments, in particular the Indo-Vitamin, healthy noodles, and also the Indofood matcha green tea. And we'll be implementing an integrated marketing communication campaign for this series. So we'll be looking at how we can do sampling booths for consumers to try out. We'll be looking at how we can combine healthy noodles with healthy tea as a bundle package deal. And also we'll be looking at how we can use the online and TV advertisements in our marketing campaign. So that's all for our presentation. Thank you.